you're welcome to the channel. My name is Norma and I'm always delighted to have you here with me. Well, if you're new, please stop by, subscribe, click on the like button, click on the notification bell, and please comment so that we can always get to know each other better. And if you're a returning person, you're a returning subscriber, thank you for being here with me. Please do not stop clicking on the like button so that YouTube can churn out this video to more people. All right, okay, let's go into the topic for today. We're going to be talking about abuse. Yeah, I know when we talk about abuse, a lot of people think that abuse just has to do with the physical, hitting somebody, but that's not really the whole thing that covers abuse. So let's dive straight into what abuse really is. Abuse is actually the inappropriate or misuse of a thing or a person. So when you talk about, let's say you buy a very beautiful car and the car was made strictly for luxury, but you decide that since the car is, they told you at the car shop that is strong, is durable, you decide to start using the car for road trips, going to the farm, going to rocky areas. What will happen to your car? It will go bad. It will keep giving you issues, and you will keep spending money to repair the car. Same thing with every human being you see. Same thing with every human being you know. Every human being has a peculiar purpose why God made them. And when we begin to misuse the reason or the purposes of God in the life of a person, you're already abusing the person. Now, there are 6 types of abuse. We have the physical abuse, which everybody knows about, everybody talks about. We have the emotional abuse, we have the psychological abuse, we have the sexual abuse, and we have I can't remember the last one now, but I'll put it in the video. Now, these kinds of abuse happen to everybody. I say it again. These types of abuse happens to everybody. Children are being abused every day. Women especially are being abused every day. Men too are being abused every day. And it's always from people that are close and people that love and are supposed to protect these individuals. So let's talk about what physical abuse is and how you can spot a person who is abusive. I think I should first talk about how you can spot a person who is abusive. Yeah, I think I should talk about that first, so that you are on alert and so that you know what to do. Now, an abusive person most times don't come out and look abusive. They don't come out violent or acting like they are all wicked and they don't have, like 2 horns on their heads and stuff like that. No. Most times they are always very, very nice. Always very nice. But after a while, you begin to notice this kind of abusive traits in them. So as a young person, I want you to take note of these traits so that if you want to go into any kind of relationship with anybody, it guides you to know if this person has a tendency or if this person is abusive. It's going to be a long journey. We're going to also, even if we can't finish it today, we'll talk about it in another episode on the effects of abuse, the types of abuse and everything. But today, I think I should just focus on how you can spot an abusive person. Now, an abusive person is someone that is, first of all, one of the characteristics that they are very, very manipulative. They manipulate you any way that they can use. They could use money to manipulate you. They could use the silent treatment to manipulate you. They could use anything at all. They could even use violence, beat the person to manipulate you. Some may actually badmouth other people to manipulate you, all so that they can have you in a corner that they want you to be. So if you're with anybody, friend or whoever the person is, and the person tends to make you feel less human, the person tells you words or makes statements that make you feel like you're inadequate, like you don't know what to do. For example, you're an adult and the person treats you as though you're a 4-year-old, or the person insists that it's either his or her way or no other way, or the person tries to always segregate you, detach you from your support system. When I mean your support system, I mean people that actually encourage you to be the best part of you. Let me give you an example. For example, if you let's say you have a friend, and anytime you're with that person, your friend is always, if you tell the person these are the dreams you have, these are the goals you have, the person tells you You mean you think you can you think you can be so? You think you can do so? And you have another friend who, whenever you tell them that this is what I feel like doing, these are my dreams, these are my goals, the person is like, wow, spot on. And the person keeps encouraging you in every way that they can. Now, if this other person that claims to like you or love you or whatever is always bad-mouthing or putting down those people that encourage you to be the best version of yourself, you have to think, because those are red flags. The problem is that most times we do not notice, we don't see, we don't think about red flags. So there's a lot of pressure, because these days there's a lot of pressure that, oh, when you're a particular age, when you get to a particular age, when you become let's say you get to a particular level of academic achievement or career achievement, you should have been able to be in this particular level in relationship. That shouldn't be the case. So if that kind of pressure is coming, the tendency for you to always want to go into any relationship, anybody that just comes, is always very high. So you have to be on alert. Now, these abusive persons that we're talking about, they may be males and they may be females. They may tell you, you don't love me anymore because you do not want to do what they want you to do. And most times, if you check clearly, what they want you to do is always something that is detrimental to you. It's always something that will favor them, but at the end of the day, it will make you either feel bad about yourself or make you feel like the worst version of yourself. So I will go back to the top again. These are the things you should use. It's not restricted to this alone, yeah? Please, it's not restricted to this alone. But these are things that if you are noticing it in a relationship or you intend to go into a relationship and you notice these traits, please take it as a red flag. In subsequent episodes, I will talk about how you can deal with abusive people or abusive relationships. Now, I'll take it again from the top. These are the things you should observe for you to know that you are in an abusive relationship, or if the person is abusive. One, if the person is always excessively possessive, always jealous, always wanting to detach you from your support system, always bad-mouthing your support system. If the person is always bad-mouthing your goals, your aspirations, the dreams that God has put into you, be careful. Be careful. If the person always tries to coerce you, gives you silent treatment, sometimes become verbally abusive, just to make sure that they cage you in a corner so that you don't do what you ought to do, so that you don't become the best version of yourself, be careful. You can check the book of 2 Timothy chapter 3 from verse 1 to 5. It will give you more clarity about who and what all these abusive traits can be in a person. So I hope you've learned something today. Remember, like I always tell you, you have just once to be young. So make smart choices. Feel free to always chat with me in the comment section, subscribe and like. Thank you so much for always being here with me. Have a fantastic rest of the day.